Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Girl with the blue lotus eyes. Will there ever be a time I can ornament you with blue bangles inset with many jewels? When can I adorn both of your hands that are experts in all arts and that are very dear to Sri Hari with beautiful glistening rings? O Indivarakshi, girl with the blue lotus eyes, will there ever be a time when I can ornament you with blue bangles inset with many jewels? When can I adorn both of your hands that are expert in all arts and that are very dear to Sri Hari with beautiful glistening rings? Notes. A divine stream of transcendental visions streams through Sri Raghunath's heart. Even those who are in the class of neophytes have some of these realizations. But Sri Raghunath is in the kingdom of Mahabhav. He experiences all these things in a lively and vivid way. And after experiencing this, he reveals it through his prayers. Even in his external consciousness, the internal consciousness shines through. And that's why his prayers are touching the heart so much. In his Swarupa Vesh, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami as Tulasi puts blue bangles on Swamini's wrists. A golden color slightly shimmers through the blue, reminding Swamini of Shyam and his yellow goatee. What a wonderful handicraft! How wonderful is also the address in Vivarakshi. Tulsi especially addresses Swamini like this to express that she relishes within her heart as she sees the blue bangles. All the emotions are manifest in Bhavamaya. Her form and her bhav are one and the same thing. All emotions are manifest in Bhavamaya. Her form and her bhav are one and the same thing. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Premera Swarupa Deha Prema Vibhavita Krishnera Prayasi Shrestha Jagate Vidita. Her body consists of prema and is formed by prema. Hence, she is known in this world as Krishna's beloved. From the time of Purvaraj, when Radhika first saw Krishna, she saw the whole world to be full of Krishna. Therefore, she told her girlfriends, "Oh Saki, as soon as I saw Kama, the whole world became filled with Cupid's flower arrows, and my eyes could not see anything else anymore. This is the love of the embodiment of love. The poet Jayadev describes the condition of Virahini Roy in the Kunj. Shyama Sundara's late and the Sakis describe Virahini's condition to Shyama Sundara as follows. O Shyam, Virahini Roy dwells in a lonely place and draws a form of you with musk. Taking you to be Cupid, she draws a makara fish under your form and offers obeisances unto you with a mango butt arrow in the hand. Offering her obeisances, she says, O Madhava, I take shelter of your lotus feet. If you reject me, even the nectarian moon is burning me with its scorching flames. O Madhava, I take shelter of your lotus feet. If you reject me, even the nectarian moon is burning me with its scorching flames. You are so rarely attained, and today I came so close to you in my meditation. She takes the form she drew on the canvas to be Krishna himself. Therefore, she sometimes tells it about her separation from you and cries, and sometimes she laughs, thinking you to be close by. Sometimes she is sad, thinking you to have gone away from her. And sometimes she extinguishes the burning fire in her heart by embracing your form, thinking that you have come back. In this way, the embodiment of Mahabhav is decorated by a qualified maidservant who makes the relished rasa. Srimati sees Shyamasundara's reflection in the blue luster of the bangles. When Tulsi sees the beauty of Swamini's eyes, she calls her Indivarakshi, she whose eyes are as beautiful as blue Indivara lotuses. Your eyes are naturally beautiful, but when they see Shyam, they are so much more beautiful. In the opening verse of his Dana Keli Kaumudi, Srila Rupa Goswami prays to Sri Radha's eyes that reveal the ecstatic symptoms of Kila Kinchit for the welfare of the world. This is one verse now from Radha Rasudhanidhi. May Sri Radha's glances that are beautified by the bouquet of the sevenfold Kila Kinchit ecstasy bestow auspiciousness on you. When Krishna stops Sri Radha on the road near the Dhan Gati at Govardhan Hill, her eyes attain a certain shimmer because of her slight smile of joy. Her eyelashes are covered with teardrops, and the corners of her eyes have become slightly reddish, having been sprinkled by rasikata, tastiness. The eyes have begun to shrink because she sees Krishna standing before her, and her pupils have become extraordinarily beautiful, as they assume a certain sweet kind of crookedness. Swamini is fond of black things, and any kind of blue colors incites her. As soon as any kind of blue color comes to her, she feels as if Shyama Sundar has come before her. Hey Shri Radhe, you are fond of anything which may remind you of Shyam through its color or name. The tama trees, the new moon nights, a fresh monsoon cloud, or blue lotus flower. She does not see the bangles, but Krishna. She cannot understand this. Krishnamai. Krishna yara antara bahire. Yaha netra pore bhaha Krishna spure. Radhika is called Krishnamai because Krishna is within her and without her. Wherever her glances fall, there she sees Krishna. She's seeing the bangles, but she thinks she sees Shyam. Tulasi sees that Swamini's eyes, that are of the same blue color as Krishna's, are filled with emotion when she thinks she sees Shyam. And that's why she addresses her as Indivarakshi, blue lotus-eyed girl. When they see Krishna, these blue eyes become even more beautiful. She does not know whether she sees Krishna or the blue bangles. Tulasi performs prasanga seva by reminding Swamini of Shyam. She sees Krishna in the blue bangles. Shribangi Bihari Vidyalankara says, "Oh, Indivarakshi, your eyes are like blue lotus flowers that attract the Krishna beam." Tulasi will now place the bangles on Swamini's arms that she calls Hari Daita, Hari's beloveds. He is Radhika's Hari, and he removes all obstacles with the savor of his own sweetness. He takes away Harana, all her shyness, all her opposition, and other obstacles to their meeting, or her savoring of his sweetness. Hari is Chatura Shiromani, the crown jewel of clever pranksters. By cleverly attracting Sri Radhika with the sweetness of his form, qualities, pastimes, and flute playing, he makes her forget everything. In his Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, Sri Prabhupada Saraswati shows how difficult it is for Sri Radha to maintain her pride. When Sri Radhika is angry with Krishna, her first resolution is, "I will not look at him anymore." But Krishna, the crown jewel of clever pranksters, speaks in such a sweet way and stands before her as if he begs her, "Look at me just once." seeing the sweetness of his form, the Sakis tell each other, "Aha! How sweetly he stands there in his threefold bending form. The life of that lady love who does not see that sweetness is wasted." Hearing these words of her friends, Srimati becomes eager to see Krishna and looks at him once. Thus, her first resolution is broken. Her second resolution is, "I won't speak with him." How nicely Krishna is speaking. Swamini cannot stay silent anymore and tells him, "Go to that girl that you love. What are you standing here for, speaking such clever words?" Thus her second vow is gone. Her third vow is, "I won't touch him." But Krishna gradually brings her foot forward and touches the tip of Srimati's toes. Krishna brings his foot gradually forward and touches the tips of Swamini's toes. This makes her unsteady. So she angrily takes Krishna by the hand and pushes him out of the kunj. Srimati thinks, "Just see, now I have also touched him. If I could not keep any vow, then how can I keep him away?" So she holds him by the neck and brings him back to the bush. In this way, Hari saves Swamini's heart in so many ways. Therefore, she once told her Sakis, "Oh Saki, tell me, what should I do? I don't know what kind of spell Vidakta Roy, the king of clever pranksters, has put on me. Yet, I cannot resist the temptation to step onto the veranda to see him, without considering how crazy and dangerous that is. By seeing his form, I have built my own samadhi. I dug my own grave. Day and night my heart cries in a severe fever. If I say anything else in front of my superiors, the name of Shah may accidentally come from my mouth. Tulasi puts the bangles on Swamini's wrists. How beautiful these bangles look when they attain a place on Swamini's wrists. How sweetly they jingle, enchanting the enchanter of the world. When Swamini dances or plays, her bangles jingle like the enchanting weapon of Cupid. In the morning, when Krishna goes out to tend his cows, he sees Radhika standing on the watchtower like a golden lightning strike on a jeweled palace, wearing a cloud blue dress. In front of his superiors, Swamini cannot openly look at Krishna. While she pulls her veil over her head, her bangles jingle. This enchants the enchanter of Cupid. The surrendered maidservants understand their mood. During the rasa dance, Swamini's bangle also jingled. How wonderfully she moves her lotus-like hands. Her bangles buzz sweetly, like the she bees on lotus flowers. How sweetly these bangles jingle when Swamini shakes the dice with both hands during their daily game of dice. How much Shyam relishes this. This sweet sight is an elixir for the eyes, and this sweet sound is an elixir for the ears. While she serves Swamini, the Kinkari brings all this relish of Shyam Nagara into her heart. Swamini's heart is engrossed in rasa. She is Hari Daika and Indivarakshi. Once during the rasa dance, when both Radha and Shyam are dancing, Shyam suddenly stops dancing, and Swamini says, "Why don't you dance? You dance so nicely. I don't know how to dance like that." Shyam says, "Your dance is even nicer than me. You dance even nicer than me. I see how beautifully you dance, and I can see how I dance myself in the pupils of your eyes that befit the blue lotus flowers. When I see my own reflection in your eyes, it's so clear to me that I don't dance as nicely as you do." Tulsi gladdens Baba Mai's heart with the pictures of these memories. How beautiful are Swamini's eyes when she is with Shyam. Swamini says, "Tulasi, I am anyway mad after him. Why do you make me even more mad by reminding me of him?" After hanging the bangles on Tulsi puts jeweled rings on Swamini's fingers that defeat the buds of golden champaka flowers and beauty. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti writes in Krishna Bhavanamrita, "Shri Radhika wears jeweled rings on all of the fingers except for the thumb, the index finger and the middle finger of her right hand. Normally, the moon and the lotus cannot be seen together, but on Sri Radhika's extraordinary transcendental lotus-like hands, it is as if the moon fearfully takes shelter." What does this mean, Guruji?
Moon is Krishna.
Yes. Ah.
Moon takes center. Moon takes center of
The lotus. Normally, the moon and the lotus cannot be seen together.
because when the moon time comes, lotus flower is closed. But today we see that moon took the center of it. Lotus means Radhika. Lotus eyes. Lotus feet.
Normally, the moon and the lotus cannot be seen together, but on Sri Radhika's extraordinary, transcendental lotus-like hands, it is as if the moon fearfully takes shelter. Therefore, the moon's beloved stars are surrounding the petal-like fingers of these lotus-like hands in the form of rings, emanating a lovely kind of beauty. Shrimati can see Krishna reflected in her jeweled rings without being noticed by her superiors. Srila Rupa Goswami states that Sri Radhika's rings are marked with her own name and are called Vipaksha Mada Mardini, destroyer of the rival's pride. Sri Rasika Shanta sings, O Radhe with the blue lotus eyes, no one can attract the Krishna bee like you. I have a keen desire to decorate your hands with jeweled ornaments. I will put rings on your fingers that are as beautiful as the golden buds of champaka flowers. Seeing that abundance of beauty, the Krishna moon will be very pleased. Please call me the maidservant and keep me at the feet. So here we also have this explanation Gurudev of the Skila Kinship ecstasy. Her eyes have a certain shimmer because a slight smile of joy is there. Her eyelashes are covered with teardrops.
Means a smile is there and separation is there. Kila Kinship with different varieties of mood in one place. She is happy to see and she is suffering without not seeing. She is anger also. Why is he standing in my front? What others will say to me? At the same moment, different varieties of mood is coming. That is Kila Kinship. Hari Daita. One name of Radhika is Hari Daita. That means who give to the Hari, that Daita means giver of Hari, name Hari Daita. Read this Bhav Kila Kinship.
Her eyes attain a certain shimmer because of her light smile of joy. Her eyelashes are covered with teardrops.
You see the teardrops are.
And the corners of her eyes have become slightly reddish.
Yes. Yes.
Having been sprinkled by rasikata. Rasikata, tastiness. They have begun to shrink because she sees Krishna standing before her. And her pupils, the inner black portion of her eyes, have become extraordinarily beautiful because they assume a certain sweet kind of crookedness.
Crookedness is there. All bhav is one. Angerness is there. Happiness is there. Worry is also. At the same moment, every mood is there. That is Kila.
And then another thing, Gurudev, I didn't understand this Prasanga Seva. Can you explain this a little bit?
What is it?
This is Tulasi performs Prasanga Seva by reminding Swamini of Shyam.
Prasanga means circumstances. In Hindi, prasanga is creating the circumstances. To remind that is prasanga. Means prasanga means that like you are reading and you explaining the Braja Leela. This is the prasanga of Braja. Means giving the waves of Braja in our mood, creating the circumstances for us.
Preparing for appearance also.
Preparing for that environment to be there. So Swami, the increase of creating the prasanga, circumstances to be, my Swami can feel that Krishna near. So she wear blue bangles to think for this. Circumstances create.
Like atmosphere.
Yeah. Understand? This is all meditation.
Yes.
I cannot explain.
O Sunetre, fair-eyed girl, will I soon worship your lotus feet by carefully putting jeweled ankle bells on them, and worship the petals of those lotus feet, your toes, with your dearest toe rings? Will I soon worship your waist, which is Krishna's matchless love seat, with a golden sash of jingling bells? Notes. First, Sri Raghunath has a vision in his Swarupa Vesh, and then he prays for devotional service in his external consciousness. In this way it goes back and forth. A sadhaka does not speculate his own path, and he does not want his independent conceptions. He depends on the words of the acharyas. His prayers will be very pure when he serves the Goswami's syllables by hearing and chanting them. Each of these syllables is filled with the flavor of worship and the great eagerness with which their voices were filled when they offered their praise. There is a merciful blessing for those who serve these syllables. Srila Rupa Goswami closed off his beautiful prayer named Chatu Pushpanjali with the following benediction. Anyone who recites this Chatu Pushpanjali prayer dedicated to the Queen of Vrindavan, Sri Radhika, will certainly become the object of her mercy. Radha Dasya Bhajan cannot be performed in mundane consciousness, and it should not be dependent on any external condition. Wow, good. This is what you always say. I repeat this. Radha Dasya Bhajan cannot be performed in mundane consciousness.
Right.
And it should not depend on any external condition.
Right.
This is 24/7, right?
Mm.
Means in my bodily consciousness, I cannot perform Radha Dasya Bhajan.
Right.
But if I connect and remember my Svarup, then it should not depend even on any external condition to it. That's right. Means wherever I am and whatever I do, if I connect with my spiritual identity and with the mood of a Dasi under the order of my Guru Mantri, then no external circumstances can keep me away from this.
It is very clear that there are two conditions, external or internal. And Radha Bhajan cannot possible to do in external conditions. So this purity is important. Sometimes mind starts going for other material things. That time we lose our bhajan, we lose our meditation for Radhika. Because externally we cannot think and we cannot do.
So how to come back then, Devi?
That to practice, not to go there. That is the only way.
How to go in?
How to go in? Only association can keep it in. And if I have no association, then I have to be careful to not go much out for creating suffering for myself. It is also in our hand. And we have to learn with going out and in what we want. It's a very sensitive, and how much you grow in spiritual life, you become more sensitive. to protect your sensitivities. That is to do. Naturally, if you grow in some place, you become more sensitive. If you not grow, sensitiveness will not come. This will become material, not sensitive. But if you grow in a spiritual life, you become more sensitive. And where is the sensitiveness, you have to watchful to control that. Everybody has a different circumstances of sensitivity. Right? When sensitiveness is disturbing, we have to avoid this circumstance. If you want to keep its sensitiveness, and if you want to destroy that, then again it will become like it here. Sensitiveness will be.
Numb.
Numb. Numbness will come.
Ignorance, no? Coverings.
Yes. That's a condition. Condition will become more thicker. We are conditional soul, right? So it can make the condition removing, then you could become sensitiveness. And if you cover more condition, then more thickness will come. Depends upon what I want. That moment I have to check, this is not right or wrong for me. The spiritual life is always to be a student. Never you can become teacher. A student means I want to every moment to develop myself. And I become teacher. I want to teach others, but I don't want to learn anything. I become master. Right? Beauty is to be in a student, that to be a sensitive to learn. And not to be a perfect. When perfection will come, then sensitiveness will be. So sensitiveness is more important in our life. How to develop more, how to develop more.
When perfection comes, then sensitivity.
You block yourself.
Because you think you're perfect, and that's your blockage.
Yeah. Siddhi, Riddhis. Many can walk on the water, many can fly on the air. Then one disciple went to one spiritual master. He said, I want to walk on the water. He said, yes. In 2 years you can practice and learn. But Master asked, how much cost to move from this area, this side to another side of the soul. He said 1 rupee will cost with the boat. Then he said, why not put 1 rupee and go by boat? Why you want to develop perfection in walking on water? Why you wasting your time? You will block yourself there in ego. You will try to show to others that I have in this perfection, and this way I am very highly, very strong person. Your sensitiveness has to grow. You have to realize more and more, and it's endless sensitive. More you will become sensitive.
Sensitive would it to mean also awareness and perception.
Right. More to aware, more to clear, more to understanding, more mercy flowing to you. That is sensitive person can receive the mercy. If I am so conditioned that I don't feel any mercy and kripa, is my thickness. All behavior will become sensitive. By your looking you are sensitive. By your touching you become sensitive. By your eating you become sensitive. By your listening you become sensitive. By association you become sensitive. Right? So what is beauty? To become more sensitive. Or to develop perfection to cross the river. Then your blockage will come that I have in this riddhi-siddhi. And when the sensitiveness will grow, then the real perfection will come in life. That you will be always enlightened with the Divine, connected with Divine, in your Sarupa. Is not sensitive, Manjaris are not sensitive with the Radhika. How she knows the Radhika's feeling, the Dasis? Without so closeness with Radhika, so sensitive, what Radhika is thinking, Manjaris understand that. You imagine the sensitiveness of Manjari? Right? You understand? How sensitive? How much they are sensitive? What Krishna, yogi, jnani, tapasvis, so many years they meditate to see one is path to the Krishna, and these Manjaris are telling, stay here, sit here, you cannot go in. You have no permission to come in because you are not allowed to come in. How boldly she can control to the creator of the whole universe. He forgets that he is the creator there. He says, sorry, can you help me? he said, I will try to help you. You have to wait here. Because of her sensitiveness. She's so sensitive, they are so sensitive. Connected, empowered. Bring chair for Maharaj. Chair. One chair more. Bring one chair. Give the chair. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. जय हो साधु बाबा।
जय महाराज। क्या हाल है महाराज?
आप पधारे ना एक दिन।
आज साथ ठंडा की वजह से नहीं जा पाए।
3 से 5 तक भगवत चर्चा करें।
3 to 5, Punjik will give class of Bhagavad. Maharaj is telling it's very good to go to Radharama and take darshan.
मैं वहीं मिलूंगा आपको। आज मंडली है लेकर के और आप पता तो आपको महोत्सव पूर्ण है जाए। सुनो 64 जो है वह दिन परसों है 64 संतन को बुलाए करके और सबके सत्कार। उत्सव बड़े उत्साह से कर रहा हो महाराज बालक।
उत्सव तो उत्साह की चीज है।
उत्सव तो उत्साह को रूप है ही।
सही बात है।
रोम रोम में रस छाई जाए। रसो वही सा वही तो उत्सव है। उत्कर्षेण आनंदातिरेकम सूते जनयति उत्पादयति इति उत्सवः। रासोत्सव, नंद महोत्सव, पाठोत्सव, संत आपके यहाँ उत्सव है यारो, सच्चो उत्सव है। रसोई सौ है और प्रिया जी के रसात्मक स्वरूप है। इनके रोम रोम में पछाई रही हो आप। ये तो महोत्सव है हमारा। और वृंदावन में तो हमारा नित्य महोत्सव है महाराज। वृंदावन में तो नित्य महोत्सव है। और भागवतकार एक ऐसी सुंदर बात कह रहे हैं कि ब्रजेश स्वामिनी के नेत्रन में तो ठाकुर जी को उत्सव है रहो है और ठाकुर जी के नेत्रन में ब्रजेश स्वामिनी को उत्सव है रहो। गोपी त्रिगुत्सव दृषि प्रवेश गोष्ठम। ठाकुर जी जो है वो गौन की सेवा को पीछे जाएं, पहले नेत्रन में दोनों तरफ दर्शन है जाएं। तो महाराज आपके यहाँ तो नित्य दर्शन है, नित्य लीला है, नित्य धाम है। जीवन को नित्य कर रहे हो, धन्य हैं आप। कहाँ देशन में भटके भाई ये बेचारे जीव। दशात्मक संस्कार चाहिए इनके। तुम्हारा रसो वही सह रसम ये वायम लब्ध्वा आनंदी भवती। हमारे वल्लभाचार्य जी कह रहे हैं कि आनंदाध्येव खलेमान भूतानि जायन्ते आनंदेन जातानि जीवंती वो आनंदम प्रयंती और आनंदम अवसम विसंती। उपनिषद है महाराज। आनंद ते ही आए, आनंद को ही सेवन कर रही है और आनंदात्मक लीला धाम में ही विराजेंगे। तो महाराज आप तो साक्षात
उत्सव हो रहे हो,
लीला स्वरूप हो।
काका उत्सव हो रहा है।
उत्सव है
क्या आप देखा
वादन वादन कल शायद 56 लोग गए हो है।
अच्छा तो आप प्रसाद पाए कि
नहीं पाए। हम कल कामा चले गए।
वाह,
काम बने महाराज बड़ी दूर है, नंदगाम बरसाने के ऊपर। वहाँ के बालक हमारे प्रेमी हैं, तो वे गुजरात से आने कबू जब तो उनके बच्चे को थोड़ा बहुत अध्ययन कराएंगे।
condition that you understand. External condition means what? External condition means externally by Vaidhi Bhakti, by showing Bhakti. External condition means one physical body condition. I show to her that I am in your dasi, no. By your behavior you can show external condition. That you have to watchful inside, what is your condition, inner condition to serve others. External condition not working. Rather that. From inside, from your living soul, its condition should change. Means external behavior will change. By doing with external condition, puja, I sit 1 hour puja and I do this and that and that and that. Many rituals I am doing, and that Swamini will help happy with that service. Krishna can help. Radha not happy. You have to see like this, that you are looking every place like a kid, where I see my Swamini and behave like this. Inner condition should be connected there, and that way, showing business not work there. Externally I do anything. Why we go to the Krishna devotion? Because very easy to follow that. But Radha service is very different, because you have to change all your behaviors. Inner condition has to change, your mind has to change, your thinking has to change, your many things have to change.
But you can do it out of your own effort.
Huh?
You can do it out of your own effort because it's too heavy. All the samskaras and everything you have inside.
By mercy, all can go out. That will not disturb us. When we decide, my greed is there, I will do. If you have agreed to do something and you have no money, how you will do? You can borrow the money and do that. You have something to bring to German and you lose your money, you will borrow, and if you borrow and she not give you, then you will beg to others, because you cannot get in there. Then you will beg, and if they know after begging it not give you, and you have a real greed, you no problem, steal money from others. But do it. That is meaning of greed. Borrow, beg, or steal. All three is no problem. If you have a desire, real desire to achieve it. So this is the point. Borrow, beg or steal. The hidden path of devotion. Narayan Maharaj mentioned clearly, borrow, beg or steal. That but greed is important. Why? This Krishna is in control of Radhika because of this quality. She's never changed her behavior. If mother-in-law is there or other different circumstances is there, but her nature, her love, her feeling for Krishna is never changing. And we change every moment in our life. And the Manjaris also never change. Any circumstances coming to her, she never wants to change, to leave for a moment to the Radhika. She don't bother for falling down, muddy clothes, anything. They don't bother. They never want to leave, think to leave for the minute to from. In dream. And what about her protection? Always the responsibility comes to the boss to protect his servant first. So Swami is protecting to the servant. Why he will bother for his protection? And Krishna is very careful because he don't want to give any trouble to the Swami. So he not protect only Swami, he protect the servant of the Swami. Krishna's job. Before, if you are Krishna devotee, only Krishna is protecting you. Now, Swami is protecting and to please. To Swami, Krishna is caring more. Wow. She not to have any problem. I have to arrange everything for her. That she is always fixed in her service of her Swami. She never deviates from that. If she will deviate, then Swami will be in trouble, and this way I am not happy with her. Right? And I always remember the word of Kalakanti. 2 days before, he said to me, the Swami is teaching how to meditate in Krishna to us, that we have to meditate same way to the Swami. I said, wow, very good. You got it. What is this? It's a realization. It's never written in any line in the books. But this is the nut and shell to realize that what is this meditation, that the Swami is meditating for Krishna and we have to meditate like Manjari to my Swami, my Ishvara. She is teaching by her behavior to meditate. This is the meaning of the meditation and the service. You see any book of any place is not mentioned, one line like this is. But this is the conclusion of the thinking. of the devotee. This called realization. Understand? Radha.
The words of the Goswamis are very powerful. They will remove material consciousness and cause the heart to be absorbed in Sri Radha's devotional service.
What is this? The Goswami's words are very powerful. Why? Because they are realized. They are spiritually so connected with their Sarup that nobody can deviate from them. So why I suggest from Anandas Babaji, many are writing. I can also write something. But the position of Anandas Babaji is so highly elevated that he can see the past time and he is writing that. Means he is in his Sarup writing that past time. So if you don't read with that, then how realization will come? We need that realization. Maybe somebody translates something that realization. Maybe I cannot give same idea when I am translating. What happened? This English translation and the Bangla is very different. Because translator is writing this English book, and the Baba is writing in Bangla. So very different. No comparison in between this and that. But for the health, for start with, is very good.
Radhe Radhe Go